So we have 4 piles, or 4 pictures, and I want you to focus on which one resonates with you. So we have, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So just take a moment and think about which image resonates with you. Think about your person and what you want to know about your person. So you picked pile 1. This beautiful woman with her heart on a tree. What does it mean? Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. It's hard to read upside down. It's straight for you guys, but upside down for me. So that's just good old-fashioned advice your granny always gave you. All right, so we are asking today about your person. Maybe there's a misconnection. Maybe you just started dating. Maybe, you don't know where it's going. You'd like some clarification. So let's check it out. So I'm going to use this tarot deck from Corinne Kenner called the After Tarot deck. And it's a lot like the Rider-Waite, but it's like the picture after the original picture, I guess. There you go. So let's find out. So I'm going to use this spread that I normally do for love readings, and it's just basically how they think about you, the situation, the circumstances, how they feel about you, outcome, external factors, and have you been fighting with somebody lately? Because that's not good. External factors and advice. So we'll start with that spread. And we will get into some oracle cards or some different decks. I have a bunch of different decks right out. But I'm just going to focus on this one. I really enjoy Rider-Waite style decks. Kind of just like that. So we're just going to shuffle and think about your person. Remember, this is a collective reading, so if it doesn't resonate for you, then you should discard it. And like always, tarot is and for entertainment purposes always, and legally I have to tell you that. All right. So I like to fan my cards. I know there's not a lot of room in the little camera window, but we'll make do. All right, hopefully you can see this. So all right, so and I do not read reversals, so however it comes up, it comes up. I think 78 cards is plenty of cards to figure out what's going on. All right, can you see those? All right, you can see it now. Okay, so all right, so there seems to be a little bit of passion going on. There's a lot of passion, but someone's holding back. Like someone is very restrained. You see someone as being very restrained from the situation. Maybe it's you that's also being restrained, but strength is often about wanting to do something with someone, but being restrained about it for whatever reason. I'm not sure the reason, because we need to look further. And again, it's a collective reading. But someone is holding back. I think it's the person that you're thinking of. I think for some reason this person is restraining themselves. They're not telling you everything that they're thinking. They're not even allowing you in, right? They definitely see you as like somebody who, quote, has it all, or somebody that's very content. actually they see you as somebody who has so much to offer, but complains. Do you complain a lot? I don't know. Someone complains maybe a little too much when they don't need to, because they have a pretty good life. I think both of you, both people, I think, are fairly well off. Like, well off, I mean by, like, you don't have to worry about your basic survival needs. Survival meaning your rent or your food or whatever. So take that as you will. That could mean different things depending on the situation. But let's find out what is going on with this situation. Yeah, it's a little muddy. Like, what is going on with this? Someone's hiding something or restraining something. There's another 9 too. So that's 2 9s. Really wish that you could see better. I mean, I wish, okay, well anyway. So yeah, somebody's definitely concealing something, lying. Actually, both of you lie a little bit. So there's something going on here where someone is not telling you the whole truth. I think you're also you have a little bit of rose-colored glasses on with this situation. There's just something that this person may see you as like a mistress type, or someone who, they really see you as like someone that has it all. Or there's something, something's not flowing correctly. Something is not flowing. There's a lot, it could be a third party. This person definitely thinks about you a lot. There's going to be a new beginning. So if there's something that's, excuse me, something that was muddled is now going to surface again and become very clear. There's something that just, I think that he or she is concealing from you, but they think about you a lot. Like they think about you in a new beginning context, or they also are investigative. Like they may be Googling you or trying to figure out what you're doing or something, because somebody's holding back. And it may be you and it may be your partner, but someone isn't. I think both of you are not really being quite honest. But there's definitely going to be a restart very soon with the Fool here. But that's kind of how you feel. You feel that this person is new and it's a fresh feeling. And you're feeling really like, actually, I'm seeing you, I'm just going to use he because 98% of you are females. He or she the person that you're thinking of basically thinks that they like you more than you like them at this stage, right? So there is definitely, they are zoned in on you, they want you, and they're going to come get you. Like, you don't understand that this person is going to come get you. So whatever's blocking the situation or the relationship is going to dissolve very, very shortly. Because you have like these 9s here, which indicate like something completing itself, but then you go to a next level. 10s or kings would be just a dissolve, right? So it's the end, it doesn't go any further. But with a 9, it's like you've gone as far as you can and it's going to turn over. So whatever this person was concealing from you or you were concealing from them, it's all going to come out in the open. But because they really, really like you. They want you. They think you're the perfect person. I mean, this is sort of them here, right? That's how they think of you and feel about you. It's like they think and feel that you're just the perfect package. You come with all the right things, all the bells and whistles. This could even be someone that you've known for some time, that you've worked with, or that you've known for some time, and it's just sort of getting romantic now. Well, okay. Well, there's your king. All right, there's another completion card, but there's more to come. This is your advice. So we have different positions, but then I like to read it as a story. So even though this is your advice, there's still like, I think the person is very much like the King of Pentacles. So they work with money or business, or they're very earthy. It doesn't really matter about their astrological sign, because you can be earthy and be, you know, a Libra or whatever. It doesn't matter. So they're a lot like the King of Pentacles. It's very down to earth, practical. They make pretty good money too. They like money. They like numbers. Business is their thing. I don't see that for you so much. Maybe you're more like the creative type, but they think you're like absolutely perfect. Whatever's holding them back is definitely going to dissolve. It could be like a third party, but I'm not seeing any queens or anything. So they're definitely going to message you really, really soon. You're going to get together very, very soon. Again, like these cards really talk about their intense interest on you. So even though we have the moon and you're not seeing everything really clearly, they really do like you. Like there's something that is blocking them that they have to do before you guys can be together. But I see a future possibly with this Page of Cups. This could be even someone that might want to have children with you. Somebody that wants to start a future with you. This is a very good reading. The moon can also be about romance. Not all the time, but a lot of times romance is about having rose-colored glasses on. Like how many times have we thought like, he looks like Adonis? And then you bring around your friends and they're like, so where's Adonis? They don't see that, but you do. You're like, he's so perfect. And then turns out he's just perfect for you. So he's not The Rock. He's not Brad Pitt, but he's your Brad Pitt. That's kind of how the moon sometimes can be in relationships, especially with all these like cups. You have a lot of cups here. You have 2 cups, but you have earthy pentacle too, and you have 3 major arcana. So this is definitely something that's very fated. It could be very kismet. I see like they could be very tall, very fruitful, very maybe a little overweight, or they might have big muscles, but not too much overweight. Like just very like sturdy kind of person, and they just think you're freaking fabulous. But there is something they need to do first. Maybe it's a girlfriend they have to kind of get rid of, or a relationship that needs to run its course. But there's definitely a lot of chemistry between you. And I think that you just need to wait a little bit and let it all work out. You really like them too, but surprisingly, they like you a lot more than you like them. So even though you're the one that's thinking, where is this going? Like they already have an idea about where this is going. And I think that they're going to come in and it's just going to sweep you up off your feet. Like that way that you feel when they hug you, that is going to be the way it feels for the rest of the relationship. You know, I mean, there could even be some COVID things going on. Like we are in the middle of a pandemic. It's December 2020. And some people, you know, are pretty afraid about the COVID. And I mean, in my state, we've just gone back on lockdown. So you can't go to restaurants anymore. So there could be some of that. There could be some waiting for that to be over. Because I don't see really, it doesn't seem like there's a third party involved unless you are the one who's the third party. Like maybe you are in a relationship because of the king. And like, again, I'm just assuming that you're a female and you're asking about a male. Only because you guys, like I see the stats. And like, what is some god-awful percentage of you are like female, like 98% or 97, something really high. So I'm just going with that with my stats. But you could be a female who likes a female, or a male who likes a male. I don't know. But so let's just pretend that I guess everyone is female and this represents him and not you. But it could also represent, for some of you, it could absolutely represent that you're the one in a relationship. And maybe because of COVID, you know, you can't kind of move out as quickly as you've wanted or something like this, but there's something that is holding it back. So you're right to wonder, wait, what's going on? Because there's definitely restraint. I really don't like seeing the strength card in readings because it always shows some sort of restraint. And I don't like that in love. I'm a very romantic person. So when someone restrains themselves in love, I sort of just move on. I don't have time for that sort of restraint. But because I'm passionately romantic. But, you know, for most people, I think they're okay with that, the waiting for the person to come around. But yeah, this is a really good romance. I mean, this is like, they think about you all the time. They think about having children with you, moving in with you. And they really, really like you. So don't worry. He's coming. He's coming right for you. You see this? The falcon almost looks like a giant eye right there. So he sees you, he's gonna come get you. The page is just totally into that cup, like you're his cup and you're his fish. He is totally looking at that pinnacle like that is mine. And you're sort of like, what's going on? Just falling off the cliff, wondering what's going on when he or she is like very intent on you. Like they have a plan and they're gonna present it to you soon. All right, well, that's probably about it. This is a collective reading, so thank you so much, and I will see you in another reading. All right, this is for all of you who picked pile 2. Got the beautiful heart surrounded by a vibrant green field. Oh, you have a secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Ah, I knew it. All right, so let's find out what kind of feelings. That's so weird. I said that about the last person though. But this is definitely something else. Let's see. Okay. Let's get your reading on. I'm going to use the same cards because I really love these cards. Yeah, let's find out what he's thinking. Uh-oh. Those are called jumpers. I don't use jumpers though because I often feel like I'm just a bad shuffler. But we can put them, since this is a collective reading, let's just kind of put these out. Because normally I never have jumpers. So where are they? Okay, let's put them out for you guys because I feel like it probably was fated that those come out. So I think you're going to head towards this person. Actually, this is you. You're going to make some sort of, I actually feel like you may have not been even talking for some period. Like maybe there's been, because it's one-sided. Whenever you get the Ace of Cups, especially next to the Knight of Wands, it feels like one person likes somebody and the other person may not. Like Ace of Cups tends to be like unrequited love sometimes. Or, you know, the seed of love when you're just getting to know someone. But I feel like maybe you haven't been talking and that's why this secret admirer comes up. Because maybe it ended, you know, 2 months ago or a month ago, but one person really does have secret feelings. Like they really did like you. I actually think it was because they think that you have more options going on. Maybe you tried to make them jealous and it backfired and then they were like, see you later. So don't try to make someone jealous, especially if that's the only person that you like. But there seems to be some lack of communication going on. Maybe there's a break that happened and this person's been thinking about you. This person likes control. So one of you like control. Always trying to control the situation and control this or something like this. Okay, but let's do a spread. Let's see what else is going on here. Next time I think I need to position the camera so it's like further out. I'm trying, you guys. All right. All right. Just shuffle a little more. What? All right, that is really weird because I don't ever have jumpers. I'm a very good shuffler. So, yeah, this person thinks you're pretty perfect, like, but this person's far away from you. Like, sometimes this is a card for thinking someone's perfect, the star, but there's some distance, some separation. The star also speaks about, like, someone being far away. So now I'm very curious. Let's go. Okay, let's check it. Let's check it out. I've got my tea here. Look at that. Ooh, you know what I was thinking? I've been reading tea leaves. So I put my tea in the cup and then I drink it, and then I think I see things like horses. So that's fun. You guys, you want to do that with me? All right, we'll do that in another video. All right, so let's stay focused on your bow. Okay, so this is a soulmate connection, absolutely. You have two aces here. You have now the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, and I'm just gonna move this here only because I want it to stay in the camera view. So yeah, you have the Six of Cups, which is definitely that's like a soulmate connection. You feel so comfortable with this person. Like wow, when you're with him, you feel like you can say anything, do anything, be yourself. Like it feels good when you embrace. It feels like when you embrace with this person, it feels like you're locked together, like your bodies are just perfect for one another. So you could be, you know, well suited in height for each other or in weight, or it just could feel kismet. I've been using that word a lot, but you know, it could feel fated or like you were designed for one another. And this is definitely, you probably just met this person. And I'm saying that because you have you have these aces here, you have a page, you definitely have, like this is a new beginning thing. Like well, forget about the other reading, that wasn't for you. Okay, so yeah, so one of you may like cooking as well, or making things, like maybe, well, it's probably not cosmetics. I make cosmetics sometimes, but this is like getting like chemistry or cooking from this. So one of you is like, or maybe one of you is like multicultural. So maybe he comes from a different culture than yours, or you have two different cultures or something. There's something that's like a blending together of like, so there could be a blending together of cultures or a blending together of literally like food. And you have an angel watching over this whole thing. So this is, you know, like, got these aces, the Six of Cups, Temperance here. You've got angels looking over you. This is a very fated thing. So you may think it was over, but it's definitely not over. Like they've been dreaming about you probably. Like you dream about them. I think you've tried to actually find somebody else and it's not been working. Like you just keep coming back, or they keep coming back. Like, so, wow, okay. But this is definitely a soul connection. That's very weird. Came up in the same spot. Yeah, so you think that it's over, but it's not. Someone thinks, yeah, you think it's over based on something. I think what happened is they got a little bit jealous. They got a little jealous because you made it apparent that you had options, when in the reality was you didn't really want to have options. Like you were just saying, like, maybe I have options or something. There was something going on. You guys walked apart. You walked away from each other. But it's definitely not over. And that's probably why you're asking. You're like, what's going on? Like, why do I dream about this person? They're not done with you. They're going to come back, but it's not like they're going to come back and try to take you or anything. Like, it's going to happen in a very destined way. Yeah. So I see that you're going to have to be a little bit more patient with this, that they're juggling a few things right now. Like, they think about you so much though. Oh my gosh. Like, they're juggling liking you, not liking you, liking you, not liking you. They may have a job of some type, like police officer or cop or lawyer, somebody who has to see the world in black and white, or good versus bad, or one versus the other, something like this. They could be in the military as well, or something like this, but something that like they're more, this person's more businessy, but they have they love, because they have this they have a very romantic side to them. They have a very they're very sad. I see. Last year they had their heart broken. That's what's keeping them. So they're just like fishing, basically. They're trying to get to know you, but they've been really, really hurt. Someone broke their heart about last year. They thought they were either married and they got divorced, or they were going to get married and didn't work out, or something. Like, they basically were in a long-term relationship and they broke up. And if that doesn't resonate for you, then this is not your reading. Because this is definitely somebody that, well, they're very much into commitments. They're not at all into sharing you or thinking that you have more options that you have. There seems to be some like silly childish games going on here. Both of you are a little immature, and I say that in a good way, because I'd rather be immature. It's more fun that way. Who wants responsibilities when you can just run through a field of lilacs or whatever? But there seems to be this like, immaturity is not the right word. There seems to be a playfulness to your relationship. This playfulness, like dancing, singing. This person's a great lover of music and the arts. And I think that you may be a little bit creative and artsy, and they thrive on that. Like, they actually thought that you might be like the perfect person. There was that moment where he put his arm around you and you just felt like so good when you first met. You were like, maybe this is the one. And he was thinking the same thing, but then something like didn't work out, because I mean, this person is like way in their head about things. Like, they overanalyze things and they try to compartmentalize things, but they just cannot figure you out. Like, you are an enigma to them, because you don't live in a world that's black and white, but they do. And so they just don't understand. Like, they're like, is it black? Is it white? And you keep going, it's gray. It's gray. So basically they can't pigeonhole you. So you're like a little paradox or a mysterious box that they want to figure out. And I think there were some like words that were said, and you and him got into some quarrels, some quabbles. And what you don't know is that they're really sensitive. Like, they take things to heart. They don't see themselves as a bad person. So again, it's like black and white. So either you were bad and they were good, or vice versa. So there's a little bit of that, I guess, going on. And that was what was really going on. So you could probably reach out to this person and they would really like that. And maybe try to like clear things up a little bit. Because even though we have this as like somebody walking away, someone else came up and was like, no, these are perfectly good cups. So I would say like, maybe you should try to like rekindle this connection. They'll probably eventually call you at some point, because but why wait? Why not just call them? You already have a waiting card down here, so I think that like they would wait longer, and you don't want to wait. So just go, because they really do like they're secretly like thinking, why do I dream about this person? Why do I think about this person? I shouldn't, I don't like them, blah, blah, blah. But they really do. Like, they're conflicted between their heart and their head. So this person does like you, and you have these aces, which are new beginnings. You've got a little bit of an immature thing going on here with this crossing card being the page. Not immaturity, but just a little bit of like maybe there was like too much banter going on. But I mean, so both readings I've done could have potential to work out, which is unusual in these sort of no contact readings. But yeah, this is a soulmate connection. You need to work on that. I mean, you've got like 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Star, 2 Aces. Girl, you've got this. You've got this going on. You've got like lots of passion here with these 2 Wands, the Page and the Knight. You've got like, there's like a spiritual passion to this. Yeah, and so that's about all I see. I don't want to get too much into it. If you'd like a private reading, I am doing private readings right now, so you can email me at tarotheaven@gmail.com. But this is a great reading. I see good things unfold for you. All right, thank you so much, and hope to see you in another reading. Bye. All right, so let's see what's going on with group 3. You picked Pretty Lady with Butterflies. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. That's just good old plain advice. It's just good advice. So I'm shuffling, in case you don't see that. What's she doing? Where'd she go? Let's think about your person. This is a collective reading, so if it doesn't resonate, just find another reader or pick another pile. Do this one like this. Okay. Okay, well, so this person has a lot more options than you are aware of. This person, or you think they do. This person could even be married or is already involved with somebody else. So this person absolutely is involved with someone else. You have this card, and you also have this 3 of Wands, and this has been going on for some time with this Knight of Pentacles here, and it's not really evolving at any level. It's just like they don't like you as much as you would like them to like you, and it's sort of a tiring kind of situation. You could work with them, or maybe you're a student and they're the teacher or something like this, because they're older than you. They're more worldly than you, let's just say. Maybe they've traveled all over the world or something, or they're sort of sophisticated in a way. And I don't know, you're just like the local girl, which is cool. I'm a local girl. I'm not a world traveler either. So, but they're like some sort of world traveler, or there's like a hierarchy. Actually, you could never be part of their world. They're just really looking for something casual, and you would like there to be something more. All right, so universe. Yeah, there's a lot of wands here. Now we have like 3 wands, which really speaks of like, we have 4 wands. So we have a lot of sexual passion here. We have 2 cups, so there's some emotional stuff. And we only have 1 major arcana, which really speaks of like the father, like very Saturnian, very Capricorn, very, I'm getting very Saturnian feelings. Like this person has like children. This person may have 3 or 4 or 5 children. I mean, they have a lot of children. They've propositioned you, maybe, perhaps. Like they maybe said like, when my children are older, we can be together, which I don't think that's good advice, to say yes to anyone who asks you that. Because basically, if you break up with one person, there will always be another person later. So don't get stuck on one person, ladies. There's always someone else. So, oh, can you see that? I want you to see it. These cards are kind of annoying. Let me push it down. All right, there we go. So yeah, we have these cards here. There's only this one major arcana. So this is not a soulmate or a soul connection or anything that's faded. This seems like a very utilitarian sort of romance, or I actually want to know why you're asking about this person. Like, I think you do already know what's going on. Like, why are you asking? Like, it's either like this person's basically unavailable, or you're unavailable. Like, I don't know. Like, but it's a slow moving relationship that's really not going anywhere. I mean, you have like, you start off with a knight and you end up with a page. That means it's not going anywhere. There's a lot of like fizzling out. Like, you start and then it fizzles. You start and then it fizzles. And that's a lot of times these wands. If you have too many wands in a reading, a lot of times it means that it's like you burn out really quickly. Yeah. Sorry, I took some tea. So, wow, I don't know if there's, okay. Yeah, let's get some other cards in here, because I'm not seeing much other than, girl, why are you asking? Like, what's going on? Like, what? Like, they wouldn't mind you being like a kept woman and keeping you in a little apartment and seeing you once a week. But is that what you want? Like, really? Is that really what you want? I mean, just from my perspective, it's not what I want, but you could maybe you want that. I don't know. Maybe that's what you've hoped and dreamed for a married man to pay your rent and put you in an apartment. But I'm suspecting it's not. But that's what they want. They would do that if you said yes. There seems to be this cat and mouse game, you know, like here's the tower that fell out, so something's going to come to light, and I think you're probably going to jump out. Like, it's just not, this is not going to work out at all. I think they're already involved with somebody else, and they don't, I mean, if some man wants to keep you in an apartment, then do they have respect for you? I don't think so. Not to say that that's exactly what this person wants, because that's a pretty specific thing, which, quite honestly, I mean, I don't really know anyone. I don't know people like that other than in some movies, though. So I think it's sort of very specific. So if that resonates for you, take it. If not, like, please don't focus on that and say like, Laurel told me. No, don't say that to him. Don't be like, the psychic lady said you want to keep me in an apartment, because it may not be for you. But there's definitely this need to also conceal you, or to conceal the relationship. There's some, you know, there's some secrets going on. He's not telling you everything either. Like, you think, yeah, and he's not going to change anything. Like, he's a lot more sophisticated than you actually think he is. He's a lot more sophisticated. He's very intelligent, very smart man. He could speak many languages. He maybe has more than one degree, you know, kind of an erudite type of person. So very intelligent and very smart. And he uses that intelligence against you, I think. And I can, if you leave this whole situation alone, like, they will go away and you'll move on. And I can see somebody else coming along, but you'll see them very shortly. Like, they're going to give you a message to your face. Like, that's that Page of Wands there. That is definitely like a message that someone's going to give you to your face, like face-to-face contact. So it's not an email, it's not a text. Like, Page of Wands wants to give you a message, and they want to give it to you soon and in person. And that's sort of how I feel is going on here. They're a little paranoid They're a little paranoid that, you know, if they keep this relationship going, they're going to get found out, because there's something very clandestine about this, very secretive, and they're not sure exactly what to do. Like, they don't even really know what they want. Like, do they want you? Do they want this? Do they want that? They don't know. And they're just sort of keeping you hanging around just because you keep saying yes. And maybe you could say no. Maybe your advice is really just to say no, because there are other options. Again, we have these 2 9s, which is interesting. When I do these readings back to back, I do notice that like certain cards come out over and over again, and I'm 100% sure that's a message for me. If I used a different deck, the same cards would come out. So this is the second time. Maybe this is more of a message for me, which I'll have to tell my spirit guides to knock it out. This is not my reading. I already know all about my life because I'm living it every single day. So when you do readings for other people, you should know that sometimes spirit will, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, God, will like keep pulling out cards, and they're really more or less like that specific message is probably for you. But cards mean various things depending on other cards and the questions that you're asking. But yeah, I think that really, I think this person really sort of is, it's sort of more sexual than anything else. So there's a sexual component going on, and that's about it. And everything is sort of going to crash down sort of soon. You're going to see things as they are, not as you want them to be. And again, what is your message? Deep in your heart, you already know what the answer is. So you already know where this is going, what's going on. And you should definitely be true to yourself and be realistic with like, hey, what's going on in this relationship or this connection? You should ask him like what they really want from you. What are their real intentions from you? Because there seems to be some duplicity going on, some dubious behavior. I think I've used now like every single SAT word in this one reading. Oh, oops, sorry. Can I move the camera? So gosh, girl, there's not much else. I don't know. Let's, is this person's like involved in like communication or something? They like live in an office. I think they're definitely married. They have children. It's just, there's another wand. Okay, is that the 3 of Wands again? So we have 2 3 of Wands. So this person is, you are not the only person in this person's life. If they're married or they're actually in a serious relationship. So there may be a reason why they live 30 miles from you, or a reason why they can't see you every day, or a reason why you've not seen their house. They're definitely concealing something from you. There's something just, and you'll never be the one for them. Like the true one, you know, the one. Oh, I want to meet the one. So, but good to know, it's good to know that when one thing ends, there's always another man. There will always be someone else that comes along. So do not worry. All right, well, that's a very short reading because I don't see this going anywhere. And I see it kind of ending before it's starting, really. Though it's been going on for some time. So this has been maybe someone you work with, so you see them frequently. But yeah, it's just, this is not going to work out. Sorry. All right, if you want further advice, I can do a private reading for you, and you can email me at tarotheaven@gmail.com. But besides that, this is a collective reading, so if it doesn't feel right, just move on. And I will see you in another reading. Thank you. Okay, so pile number 4, you picked Sad Lady with Blue Flower. And it says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Well, that's just also good advice that your granny never told you. All right, well, that sort of starts out the whole vibe of that reading with give each other space. Let's see what's going on with your man or woman or whatever. I'm going to use man because I realize like YouTube tells me 97, 98% of you are female. That's a lot of people. And I'm assuming that out of that percentage, most of you are heterosexual, but you know, I don't, so I'm just assuming these things don't be any way, but it is a little easier just to focus on one gender or something. So you can just replace it. If you're a man and you're asking about a female, just replace the genders. It's fine. If you're a female and you're asking about another female, just replace my genders. It's not a big deal. We're going to shuffle. I'm shuffling, by the way. Next time I'll have to make sure that this is wider so you can see more. We're just thinking about your man or woman or whatever. We're going to shuffle. Oh, wow. Okay. So why have you fallen out of love with this person? They're still in love with you. Oh, wow. Okay. So, oh, wow. Okay. So are you already in a relationship with this person? This is what's going on here? Because this looks like you're already in a relationship with this person and you're asking because it's falling apart. I mean, well, you've got the Lovers, so it's definitely a soul connection, soulmate, soul connection. I'm gonna try to get it all in the frame for you guys. Right, yeah, so this definitely looks like you're in a relationship or you're just getting out of a relationship. So if that's not you, then maybe pick another pile or go to another reader. But yeah, there seems to be there's a soulmate connection. You know what? I actually don't think it's a soulmate connection as much as it is a karmic connection. Because you have the Lovers, but you also have the Sun and the World, which are very karmic. And you have Judgment, which is karmic. Like, you really only have one soulmate card. But what is a soulmate? You know, so are we set on a definition of that? I don't know. So, but you could say soulmate or karmic. So this may be someone you were living with or that you were dating very exclusively or something like that. But you feel like this is over or he feels like it's over. It is over. Like, I don't know, someone may be dragging this out and everything is going to blow up very soon. Everything is about to blow up. Like, someone is staying in a relationship that they shouldn't be in. That's what I'm seeing. Someone's sneaking around as well. So there's some sneaking around, whether it's on your part or their part. I think that maybe you haven't been in love with this person for some time, but you keep trying to make it work. Maybe you have a child together, or there's a child involved because of the page, but if not, you know, I don't know, because of the Sun on the page, but there doesn't need to be any children involved. It just needs to end. And there's going to be like a major thing that's going to happen that's going to force you to end it. Because you guys should have broken up or ended this a long time ago. And, you know, as tradition discerns, we need to be in a relationship as long as possible until both people hate each other. That's how we are in our society these days, isn't it? It's almost like none of us can just go, okay, this is over, let's move on. It's like there's all these entanglements. You know, there's past life karma, but there's also karma that we create in this life. So if you've been dating someone for several years, you and that person create karma together. And not only do you create it together, you are then creating like a bond through your karma or through the things that you experience together. So, you know, what really makes a best friend, or what really makes your partner a stronger partner? It's usually the experiences that you have with them. So you've actually, for the last, God knows how long, a year, a little less than a year, have had a lot of bad experiences with this person, and you just cannot let it go. Like, neither one of you can really walk away, and it's like beating a dead horse. It's like the trumpet has been blown, the roof has fallen off. Why are you not leaving? And it could just be as simple as like COVID, but I don't think so. I think both of you use excuses why you can't get out of this relationship. I think you've talked probably about it, but always said, well, then later, and then later, and then later. There just seems to be a lot of manipulation too. Like, both of you are quite manipulative. And it's turned into a really just relationship where both of you manipulate each other. Which, you know, what sort of relationship is that? You don't want to be in a relationship like that. No one does. Or maybe some people do, I don't know. But and you have a choice. You're not without a choice. The Lovers also speaks about a choice. You can choose not to be in this relationship. You can choose just to leave and, like, I don't know, just say I'm not going to be a couple anymore with this person, or I'm not going to allow this person to be in my life anymore, because it's basically over. I mean, you've got so many ending cards here. You've got Judgment, Ten of Swords, Tower, World. Those are all endings. And they're mainly on your side, which is here. His side is here, or the other person's side is here. So they're, I think, the ones still holding on and enticing you. There's something very enticing about this relationship, whether it's you've shared so many experiences together, or, you know, you could have even shared a miscarriage or something like that. Like something really big you two went together happened with you guys, that you went, that happened together with you guys. Well, I can't speak. Sorry. So yeah, and there's like sneaking around, but not even sneaking around. Like, you need to stop telling this person everything. Like, you talk way too much to this person. They're gathering intel on you. So when you're trying to be truthful and honest with them, they're gathering the intel on you. Like, they're manipulating you. And I think you've just now started to realize, like, that maybe they are not in love with you. They're in love with the fact that you are theirs. Like, they don't love you for you. They love you because you're beautiful, because you look good on their arm, because you provide something for them that they feel they need. But there's really no true love here. You have one cup, and it's the fun card cup. And again, it's on his side, not your side. You've already kind of seen this person the way that they are, and you're getting very antagonistic. Like, why? Like, it should end. Because if you let this person know, though, that it's ending, I think that they're constantly drawing you back in somehow. So you need to stop talking to them. Don't tell them all this stuff about you. Like, because you know that every time you tell them this is over, they do something to rope you back in. Because there is love. I mean, you do love him. You did. You know, there's love there. But to what avail? I mean, you can find someone else. Like, someone else will come along and love you. And you know that other person who comes along and loves you, your love will be completely different than this love. And that's how loves are. You always love the next person a little different than you loved the last person. Yeah, that's my Venus and Gemini talking. You can love so many people, but it's true. It's true. You will. Like, I mean, there are people who meet one person, fall in love, and stay married the rest of their lives. And that is very sweet and romantic. But We are all living to be 90 years old now, and there's just too many options. I think there's just, you don't have to worry. When you get out of a relationship, you'll find someone else. In fact, he has other people. Like, he definitely sees other people. He's not faithful. I see that he's not faithful. So maybe he wants you to stay inside the house and, be a good, doleful little wife or girlfriend, but he's the opposite of that. Maybe he has money and controls you with money. I don't know. Because this is definitely way too specific for a collective reading. I feel like I'm speaking to only a few of you. Quite frankly, only 100-something people will end up watching this video, so maybe it is very specific to somebody. Maybe they need a message that this is over. If you don't get out of this soon, I think that they may try something to hurt you in some way. Or you may hurt them. Like, you've probably had thoughts of like, no, I don't want to say that. Yeah, you've had thoughts of like, okay, never mind. If you're having bad thoughts about this person, then you need to leave. Like, that's not good. Because there's always a silver lining. You'll always come through. And sometimes we do need time apart from someone. Maybe you're just spending too much time together. I don't know. Maybe you had to move in with each other for some reason. It's not working out, but there just seems to be like this not working out thing. And they see other people, but they don't want you to see other people. This person also has a fantasy life. They sort of live up in their heads. Like, you could tell them 1,000,000 times that, no, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. And they'll still believe you're jealous of their, new manager or new secretary at work or something. But you're not. That's just an example. But they definitely, it's like they don't even listen to you. It's like they hear you, but they're not. You need to fit into their version of what it is to be a woman or a relationship. And if you don't fit, they make it fit. They ignore the other details. They're like, no, I want this to fit this way, and I want her to be this way. And if she isn't, then I'm just going to keep saying she is until I believe my own lie. This person seems to be a little dangerous, actually. I would be quite careful about how you leave this relationship or leave this behind. Maybe go to your mom's house or your sister's house or best friend's house, or, I think some of you already live with this person. So that's why I'm probably saying you go to somebody else's house. But if you live alone, great. Change the locks. Don't let him in. And that's sort of how I'm feeling with this whole reading, is that there's poor discrimination going on. So for me right now, the Lovers is more about discrimination, poor discrimination. Also, choices that you have that you need to really need to get your head out of the clouds. And you have an angel looking over you. So you have two angels really looking over you. So I would say that whatever you do, whatever decision that you make, you'll be under the protection of God. So that's good. If you'd like a private reading, I am doing private readings. And you can email me at tarotheaven@gmail.com. And I'll leave all that linked in the description box so you can like and subscribe, and I would appreciate that. And I will definitely see you in another reading. Thanks. Bye.